right, this is Shojo back with Darkfire Entertainment and Sophia, our pleasant guest star for the day. And of course, we're interviewing Harry Waters Jr. Oh my goodness. Y'all remember that one Back to the Future scene?
Yeah, that's the one. I'm the other black guy. There's two of us in the movie. The other one's the mayor. I'm Marvin Berry. Always want to make sure that's clear. Because Donald, full of love, who's my brother, trust me, we could sometimes get mixed up. Don't know why, just because there's... All right, I'm going to stop right there.
Right.
We're going to stop right there. It's just, we understand.
Mixed up too.
We do.
See, it just happened. Right, you just walk into the room.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you guys look exactly the same. Do we?
Do we? Not. Okay.
Would you ever consider getting back into doing movies or TV? And if so, what kind of part would be ideal for you to play?
Well, now that I'm 30 years older, I can no longer play that young leading man, but I will play the young leading man's father.
There you go. There you go.
Which I have no problem with. But I also like both sitcoms and dramatic, because I've done both back in the years. I lived my 10 years in LA when I did guest spots on everybody's show. So I've done all those things. So now it's like being able to come back to LA in an older age with a little bit more wisdom and a little bit more solid understanding of how the world works is something that, of course, I would like to do. Right now, I teach at McAllister College in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Wonderful.
I'm the chair of the theater department there, so I teach acting and theater history, and I direct a couple of shows, and I also work in the community. So I'm really engaged with a lot of, this is how I still work. But I would love to come back to do some more theater. I mean, do some more film and television. I do some videos and I do some commercials in Minneapolis as well.
Okay.
But, you know, here I am today in Cincinnati.
Favorite play that you have ever acted in? Maybe, or even top 3, if we can't narrow it down to one.
Well, I can narrow it down to one.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to give you the top 3. So, several years ago, I did a production of Ragtime, where I played Cole House Walker Jr. Yes. I had dreads down to here. I had to cut them off for the show, for my art. The second one was I did a show called Thunder Knocking on the Door, which was a blues musical, and I played an old blues man that had to learn how to play the harmonica. Wow. But my number one play is a thing called Angels in America, and I created the role of Belize even before it went to Broadway. So that's a history that I have with the playwrights, as well as this theatrical history where I have to get the playwright to change a character because I told him this character would not act like this. And so he actually rewrote the character with my input. So, Angels in America, Millennium Approaches, Perestroika, yeah, I get those as number one.
Sounds great. I'm a fan of Angels in America too, so yes, of course.
And I've I've taught it at school, and I've directed a couple of productions. A couple of my favorite students have been in it in various times, and they've gotten their lives changed because they had that experience. Yeah.
That's wonderful. It was wonderful.
I think that's good.
Many words of wisdom. Many words of wisdom from you.
For giving me the time.
If I could just have one more quick question.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you're currently working on right now?
Right now, I'm actually here on my break. I commissioned a brand new play at my college. It's about the environment. And the Playwright Center, which is in Minneapolis, has this bevy of playwrights in a program called New Plays on Campus. Okay. We've never taken advantage of them, so I was able to get a playwright. And I sent out a call to a whole lot of playwrights. One of them wrote a play about the environment that's loosely based on Joan of Arc. It's about a young girl who's invented an invention that turns urine into drinking water. And as a side benefit, it makes light. And so the corporations are after her. So she gets she gets hidden by the eco-warriors in the woods so that the corporations can't find her. And I'm doing it not like a regular play just in a theater, I'm doing it in performance sites all over campus. So we're also getting the theater into the environment, but I'm doing it with no lights. So the actors and their props are how the play moves.
What an amazing concept, right?
Yeah, that's what I figured. We have to do something different because you know how to do what we've always done. You got to do something different to challenge yourself as well. Well, thank you all so much for this great time. I'm so glad I got to find out about this organization. It's like, please keep me in the loop.
Yes.
I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm believing there's a whole bunch of folks that would love to know about you. We do have a huge Black Lives Matter movement there, so let's let you all know. I thought I'd just drop that in there. Okay. So please keep me connected. I really appreciate it. It's great having this time with you.
Great meeting you, sir.
Our pleasure.
Our pleasure.
Our pleasure, Dennis.
All right. Yes.
Yes.
All right.